Let's get to the main event, ladies and gentlemen. This is the timeline derby. This is Arsenal versus Manchester United.
Absolutely. We get a top
Peter,
four.
You were there.
Oh, live and direct at Old Trafford to see United. Yeah, no, it was. Listen, as much as away days go, you know, Old Trafford is one of my favorites. It's a cracking stadium, cracking atmosphere. The fans, the banter, it's there. It's rich.
Them seats are tight though.
Oh, we were standing.
I lie.
All game. We stood all game.
I don't know anyone that sits down at Old Trafford. I'll be real. You're standing.
Well,
No. The seats are where Messi does rondos. Like
honestly, it was tight. Because at half time, I tried to sit down. Benita sat down calm. Me, what? I don't want to.
Is Old Trafford steep?
No. It's not steep.
Not in the away end.
In the Stratford end, it's just wide, as in the angle's wide, but the seats are tiny. I won't lie to you about that. Yeah,
it's a big stadium, man.
Yeah, man.
You're looking up in the corners. Yeah, you're looking up in the corners. And I was saying to Benita, like, there's rows up there. Man, them are catering up there.
It's like, league, isn't it?
Capacity was packed. Yeah, say again.
Capacity-wise,
it's the biggest in the league, isn't it? It's the biggest in the league. Second biggest in the UK.
By far as well.
How did the missus enjoy her away day?
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? She enjoyed the trip. You know what I mean? We were heading up there, 5-hour journey. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit of a slap, but you know, it was. Look, she enjoyed it. It was one of them ones where her analysis on the performance was probably like a lot of Arsenal fans, where it was like, this is like a 4 out of 10. We escaped and got somehow nicked a victory from the jaws of death. I don't know how we got out of there with 3 points. Do you know what I'm saying? And you know, honestly, it was a hard watch. It was rusty. It was a bit of a slow burn. I'd say people, you know, like Zubimendi, who we're excited to see. It was almost like a baptism of fire for him in terms of what the Premier League will offer you throughout the course of this season, and especially a United side where I don't know if many have much optimism for United before the ball was kicked. They might feel a bit different after the game, but like if a midfield of Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes, you're losing that battle, you know, you're getting taught. Welcome to it was a baptism of fire, basically. Welcome to the Premier League. Nobody in Arsenal in an Arsenal shirt stood out. I think we were pretty poor, and we did well to get away with the victory. But it goes, you know, what's going on?
Hey, Leeds could have scored 2 in the last 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, you know my rule of football. Whose goalkeeper do I see more? I have not seen the Leeds goalkeeper in 10 minutes.
No, we haven't.
Pete, is the Leeds goalkeeper? Is he still your boy?
I think it is Melia. I don't know. I haven't seen the starting 11.
I thought he would have gone fast by now.
Listen,
top quality.
Peter, you know the only thing good about Melia is they was born in the year 2000. Why Peter was back in this? He was awful year after year because he's young. Now he's 25. All of a sudden he's not good no more. That's what it is.
No, listen, I'm still in the Melier bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in the Melier bag.
At least somebody is.
Yeah, he was playing for Leeds in the Premier League at age 20. Do you know what I'm saying? In 2020, he was playing in the league, goalkeeper number 1. Do you know the ones? Anyway, say again.
It counts for something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it counts for something. It'll get you something. But yeah, no, overall, I just genuinely think from an Arsenal perspective, obviously we'll hand it over to Lola as well. But you know, I just genuinely think it was one of those games where I don't know what that hoodoo at Old Trafford is. Now, don't get me wrong, we've got 2 wins in the last 3. We haven't lost in 3 at Old Trafford, but our last I think 8 wins at Old Trafford have been 1-0. It's not like it's not been convincing or anything like that. But our performance, we were not, in my opinion, we were not good. But even with a 4 out of 10, in my opinion, kind of performance, to still leave with 1-0 shows some strength, still shows some fortitude there. And the one thing I definitely will say in terms of, on a positive note, I genuinely do not worry about this team being up for some in the mud, in the trenches. When there's some dog work to do, I can trust my players to go in for the fight, nick a draw or nick a win, and head down the M6 back to London with those 3 points. And that's what we did. So I like the fact that we somehow kept it to clean sheet, scored our goal, and got the hell out of Dodge. It's the first game of the season, and it looked like it. Lola, what do you think?
It was not a great watch, at least for the most part of the game. I'll be more positive and say I don't think no one stood out. I think Gabriel was fantastic the entire game.
Best centre back in the world.
I appreciate every season it shows. I've been on World Train since he first came into the team, and people were like throwing him away because he was a bit, even though he was young and literally just came to the league for the first time. The same grace people love to give for Newcastle. Like, wait a minute, you didn't do that for Gabriel, even though you forget he was in a team, but he was the baby when it was Mustafi, Socrates, I forget him, and David Luiz. So like you had this young centre back having to kind of deal with Arsenal being crap as well as crap centre back. So him being what he is now, I saw it. It's even better than I thought, and I think he was fantastic for the entire game. He's very clear. I said it last season. He's very clearly the leader in the defence, and as great. And like I said, technical ability wise, he's better than Sleeve is better than him. But it's not always about that. And in terms of like being able to control and lead the defence, it's all Gabriel. You see it whenever he's talking, it's always him. And it was again shown in this game. This is why I slightly disagree with Pierre in the fact that I don't know how we won it. I do. I think our defence is great, even when it's a bit the wing backs the full backs want to be a bit stupid. And Ben White, who just has never been able to actually defend when people want to be fine about it. He can't defend space. He never has been. If you're a winger who has anything about you, even if you're like mid, you can get at Ben White. So that one was in the shot, but he was especially bad. But that's why I've always been. I'm of the perception of like Timber is the starting right back when he's fit. White can play for certain games and it's fine. California, he's a maverick. Just stay fit. Just stay fit. That's all I'm asking for you. Stay fit, and it'd be a fun. You can have that one marauding fullback and a good kind of like stable 1v1 guy in Timber. I think Raya was good for like 80% of the game. He started like an idiot and then got comfortable, got better. Every time I watch him, I always say he's like 5'10", but compared to keepers, our 4'10" keeper still manages to. He doesn't get bullied when it comes to corners. I can't say about the other one because I'm not gonna say all of it because I think some Man United fans have sense, but some of them who wants to find an excuse as to why we scored and why they lost was that I can't pronounce the keeper's name, so apologies. But he was fouled. The exact same thing happened to Raya, and Raya managed to punch the ball. This is just him being weak. And I think some of these fans need to be fine and accept that your keepers aren't good at when it comes to kind of pressure. Same thing with the Tottenham keeper. You put a little bit of pressure on them and they can't do it. That's not a case of like them being fouled. If it was fouled, keepers are protected. Even today, they're still protected. If he was actually fouled, they would have just called it back. And they didn't. And done it before. But this is not a thing of like, oh, we're getting favored. He wasn't fouled. He was just weak, and then we scored from it. Such and such. I think, whilst Man United, in my opinion, were the better team, I think I was only really scared of like 2 opportunities, and it was from Dorgu shot, which I was literally really hit. I was like, oh my gosh, didn't go in obviously. No story. So it's the Dorgu shot that hit the post, and I want to say it was in Bremo with the header, but even the header was it was a very comfortable save for Raya. Other than that, it will show I think Man United had more shots and stuff like that, but it wasn't like I wasn't scared, but the shots weren't like, oh my gosh, they're definitely going to score from it. They were definitely dangerous. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like downplaying what Man United did. And Bremer was great. And Bremer and Cunha had a great first game, but I can 100% see why we won that game. We weren't great. We got our goal, and United, bar like they said, those two didn't really see. For me, I wasn't like terrified they're going to score. I think this game we don't get the header. We don't get the. I think it ends 0-0. That's personally how I saw it. Bruno, a midfielder, and he keeps showing it every single time. He keeps forcing him into midfield. Ugarte is horrendous and it made me laugh. When he came on, it made me laugh. He's not good. He is not a good midfielder.
Pathetic player.
He's not good. But yeah, I think Gabriel had a great full game. Raya had a great 8%. Same Saliba 8%. When Timber came on, he was great. Odegaard had a good first half, win in the second half. Everyone else, you better pray this was like a rust kind of situation because you were all horrible, including people, because I'm fairly fair about it. Saka and Martinelli, same level of bad. They're going to pretend and put all the blame on Martinelli because it's easy to go for. Saka was just as bad. They were both
Put the worst one for. Bring the first one forward though. Bring the first one, the worst one of the lot forward. Bring him forward.
No, Peter, don't.
Bring him forward. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I won't finish. What if you're talking about Jokeris? But anyway, my whole thing is.
No, I wasn't talking about Jokeris.
No. PR, man, you're scandalous. You are.
He's sick. He's a sick man.
Why?
Anyways, let Lilo cook.
I was thinking Odegaard had a good first half, decent.
Here we go. There he is.
The eyebrows rose.
I think this whole thing where people want to pretend like he was terrible, for me, is insane because he wasn't. I think
he was horrendous. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Listen, everyone was poor on Sunday. Everyone was poor on Sunday. Gabriel was probably the best out of the poor bunch, but he wasn't great. He wasn't
solid. Come on, man. It was a good Sunday back before.
Yeah, come on, man.
He
had too much to deal with.
My days. Guys, maybe because of being there, you see every mistake. You see when every mistake happens, or when every it might not even be a mistake, but like you might lose a challenge. We didn't win one first time. Like first header, we didn't win one. We didn't win a second ball. We never won any second balls in the game. So to talk about Saliba and Gabriel, who I think were mucking about with Raya in defense actually at times, right? And Saliba got away with one as well. And I think there was a situation where
Saliba got away with a couple.
He got away with murder.
But Gabriel,
had a penalty.
I don't think Gabriel was that good. I don't think anybody was good because even when Ryan made those saves that people are talking about, he was mucking about in goal as well, and we could have easily conceded the goal.
That's literally Raya.
Yeah, but he wasn't. No, Raya's been way better than this. Way better than this.
I think you're confused in saying that. I think personally, like I said, I didn't say Raya was good for the whole game. I think he started off horrendously, which is what I said at the start. I think he did way better.
We were lucky to get away with the 1-0 win. I'm sorry. We were lucky to win.
Yeah, I don't think anyone here would disagree with that. But I think
Lola disagrees. She said that she sees how Arsenal. Because I said I don't know how we walked away with a 1-0 win.
Not for me.
I don't know how. We were poor.
I think it was quite clear.
Yeah, 4 out of 10, and we've walked out with a 1-0 win.
Because sorry to cut you, Lola, but ultimately Manchester United's ball carrying was good. We cut through your team, but our shooting was poor in the box.
And that's
hence why I'm saying I'm surprised we got away with a 1-0 win.
No, because I think depending on where the angle of your analysis, you'll say United were poor in shooting, but
that's true too.
But Arsenal were also very good at defending 1v1s when they had the chance to. They weren't excellent. I think, Pete, you're saying it wasn't a masterclass, but I think it's very poor. No. I think where Arsenal were poor was like a landslide in your offensive actions, way more than your defensive actions. I think defensively you were solid enough for this Man United attack.
Ernest, what's your thoughts on this?
Those two are not good purchases until they start scoring.
I hear that.
I don't give a damn. Man United fans are too content with excitement with no goals. Just put the ball in the net. Let's just stop all this honeymoon stuff. I told you, man, last year, Amram's got to finish top 8. I don't care what signings you made that are exciting to everyone. When we go to Fulham this Friday, put the ball in the net.
Friday?
Or whenever,
Friday. Oh, Saturday. I think it's Saturday.
Whenever we're playing. You got to put the ball in the net. I don't want to hear, it was close. Mbumo, look at that run. I don't give a damn. Put the ball where it was meant to be.
Do you know what? On that point, yeah. I got to admit, when I got into the stadium and I'm looking at your 11 and I'm looking when the ball, like the whistle's blown to kick off. And I said, how have you not? Like, I used to come here where United had players where I was frightened to death. I'll bite your hand off for a draw, right? Then I'm looking at your team and I'm seeing Altay Bayern in your goal. Then I'm seeing Luke Shaw. By the way, has he resurrected?
No, don't fall for it.
Don't fall for it.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm saying no.
Do not
listen.
fall for it.
On a Thomas thing, I was literally like, I need to touch this guy's hand to make sure that's actually him. I couldn't believe I saw 23.
This is
it's World Cup season.
United. This is his 11th season.
No, I'm not saying he was good. Sorry, what I mean is he was available.
Luke Shaw was good. I'm saying don't fall for it.
He was available.
It might be a hologram. It might be a 2-pack thing.
He just needs to be released. Just for a new.
It happens every 4 years. Every 4 years when it's World Cup season.
Yeah,
you'll see. Other thing is, but the point I was making was that to see Mbomo and Cunha, I thought to myself, like, what are United doing actually? Like, what are we actually doing here? That's the honest truth.
I don't think that's fair.
I don't like
in terms of like, I don't think
it's like they are, though, isn't it? You can't knock it.
No, I don't think they're bad players, but I go to the theatre of dreams. I'm going to Old Trafford. I look at the issue.
Yeah,
I look all wrap around.
Yeah, but we can't do this in 2020.
I look at all the banners. No, listen.
It's not Keka. You're not going to see Keka there, are you? You know what I mean?
I go there, and obviously but these are new signings. It's not like, oh, you know what? United have to do with what they have to do with. These are £100 million plus of players combined. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm looking.
It's almost like I'm not saying you're definitely doing it. It's almost like, obviously there's a period of time when Arsenal was sick. And then Arsenal found out to do that thing was like, oh, Arsenal, this and that. They should be doing. Man United, obviously, they're not as low as we are, but they're not what we know. We grew up with. So then,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I hear all that, but United is so ingrained in me that United are the biggest club in the country that I cannot. Like, as much as we could say,
they have actually like that for the past 10 years, though.
Yeah, but we
listen, I get that. I get all. Listen, I understand all of what you guys are saying. What I'm saying is, I go to Old Trafford. It's not like I go to a new Man United stadium. You know, like when clubs have moved on, it's a new thing. None of the history's there, bro. You man go to Old Trafford today, and it's as if Sheringham and Van Nistelrooy and Keane and Beckham and Sir Alex, they're still there. You feel them.
Wow. Is that Liverpool in the year 2000? Like, it's a completely different era, bro. Like,
I hear it.
That makes sense. It makes sense for where they are. And they're good ones. I think with Man United, if they remember that they got Sesko and he can actually cross, then they'll be fine. Because he came on the pitch and didn't do a damn thing. I think,
but then even then.
I think Gabriel did a good job when he first came, but other than that, Man United fans didn't cross. It's similar to Arsenal.
You know what, Lola?
I can't lie. His touch was fantastic.
Lola, even then, before he's even been announced to come on, because they could see him coming off the bench, shorts getting tucked in. You know what I mean?
Massive.
The crowd were going mental. Like they were like, yeah, here he is. Here's our 9. He's coming on. The crowd were all over him, and I was thinking, man, this is not the club I know, man. I don't know this club. This one right here, I don't know it. I don't know this club. Meanwhile, we still had a 4 out of 10 performance. Ernest, sorry, I cut in there. You were talking just because you were talking about Mbomo and Cunha, and I just couldn't help but think I saw one in a Wolves shirt literally about 4 months ago, and I saw another one in a Brentford shirt 3 months ago. So it's just me staring at that, seeing this. I'm like, there's no way.
Do you know what I stare at the last 12 years? No league title. So I don't know what we're doing here. Manchester United.
Listen, I'm the outsider. I'm the outsider looking in.
Yeah, but you've been the one. You've had a crash out on Man United every year, every podcast.
But you understand why?
Once a year.
But you understand why?
United Football Club and what we should be every year.
But exactly,
I'm shocked at you the most. I'm like, you're the one that's always saying, but you're this is Manchester United we're talking about.
Exactly, that's the reason why there's a crash out every year, once a year, because of my
but it's just
Man United.
But we finished 15th last year.
Yeah, but it's on you though. It's on you.
Who? It's on who?
It's on you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's on anybody else. I understand full-heartedly. You guys have been here. I've been here a long time. You guys know what Man United are for a long time. Me, I still can't get it out of my head. This is frigging Manchester United who ruined my childhood. I can't ignore this. I don't ignore it.
I get that, but that's what you were saying.
Yeah, we need less conversations about what could have been and conversations about what is. I don't give a damn how good we were. We didn't score. I don't care. I do not care. I saw Manchester United fans do what we've cast Arsenal fans for doing for years. I saw United fans twerking for performances, and I'm like, guys, we lost.
Like, do you know why I slightly disagree with that? Because I saw every week on this podcast from February to May, I flogged Man United week after week after week. Do you want to know why? I didn't even see a single sign of recovery. Like, I saw no shots on goal, no individual brilliance, no chance creation, no nothing. So I was so scathing. But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, when I watched that game on Sunday, I was like, okay, you know what? It's something to build on. At least there's some conceivable builder blocks to say, right, here's what this guy's trying to do. Let's go to the next game. Let's see if you can implement it. And of course, you want to see some goals, you want to see some victories, but that can only come when you've got the baseline foundation. And I'm going to be real, man. I think Bremo and Cunha, just those two's quality, if you can start to bring some more of those players into the squad, you might actually start to move up the table again. Because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight.
I don't care if it doesn't happen overnight. I don't care if it doesn't happen overnight, because I've seen lesser teams pooping. Sunderland flogged West Ham the other day.
No, but
are you crazy?
What's Sunderland going to finish though?
I've got a 73 million pound striker. I've got a 62 million forward. I've got a 65 million forward. One scored 20, the other scored 14. Donnies are talking to me about expected goals. Are you high?
No, couldn't never get expected goals
in the net.
Oh, Cunha's cold. Cunha will run there for 20 yards.
Cunha scored 14 and then Bruno scored 20. When you see Raya, put the ball under it. I don't give a damn, because Manchester United fans have stooped so low in their flip-flopping, and the performance was good. I saw the girl in the rave. I almost got the number. Brother, put the ball in the back of the net.
No, but next week already. DLT, you're there.
Brother.
Nah.
Recess.
We couldn't get her.
Don't go recess to do fashionista. Grab a number.
It only matters to get it at the next time.
That's my point. That's my point.
No, but it's not even the next time.
Listen. What? A wise man once said, "This is Manchester United we're talking about." So I don't want to hear what could have been. I don't want to hear Bayende. And I disagree with Robin. Bayende's not the reason we lost the game. If you see the amount of times we saw Raya in that, you guys know my rule. If the camera pans to one goalkeeper more, I don't give a damn about the other one. Because Bayende was good after that mistake. He was actually good. He had a decent performance after that mistake. Where are the rest of you? It's 11 men. It's not Wimbledon. Put the ball in the net. Roy Keane, when he met Andy Cole and Andy Cole was hitting the ball, he grabbed him and he said, "Brother, this is Manchester United. You don't miss from 5 yards. I don't care. Put the ball in the net. Put the ball in the net. I don't care what we did or didn't do."
Did you hear about Louis Saha's first training session at Man United?
That's what I'm saying.
When Keane smashed the ball into him, and then he obviously Saha didn't control it. He said Van Nistelrooy used to bring those down and walked away. Left him. Van Nistelrooy used to bring those down and then left him. That was the end of that.
I don't want us to put ourselves in a position where Gary Neville's on Monday Night Football today.
Pre-season predictions and all that. The
because he had a break, no?
Fair enough.
Well, I think he's always at the beginning, at the end. I think he's always because they always review their awards and stuff.
He should be on it.
What about Gaming 2 and Gaming 37? He
doesn't want no part of that.
He doesn't want any.
Stick to football. You know what I mean? Stick to football. That's all he does.
I'm looking at the manager on this one, because ultimately we struggled with conversion last season. That's why I'm angry. I'm angry because last season we also struggled with converting chances. So if you're telling me that all you needed was better players to get into better positions, I don't want to hear that we're walking the ball into the net and we're still not scoring your season 2. I want to hear that we're converting. If you're telling me that our team is that bad. So if it's that bad, convert this time. Because what can happen is that now they're going to say, Sesko's still not good enough. No, convert. Convert your chances.